Hello, and welcome to the Gothic Jungle. So I recently bought the second generation aspect grow light because I needed a second big grow light for my new apartment since it's much darker in here than my last one. And no, this is not a sponsored video or anything. Believe me, I wish it was. Soltech is a dream sponsor, maybe when I'm a big fancy plant YouTuber and my videos are wonderful. But I paid for this one with my own money. I'm allowed to drill in the walls of my apartment, so my partner lovingly helped me out and set it up in the standard hanging way by having it hang from the ceiling and the wire rope combo thing being tied back with fair leads. Here she is in all of her glory, and doesn't my plant shelf look great? Anyways, I think Aspect is trying to phase out the Generation 1 grow light in favor of the Generation 2 one, but I thought it might be helpful to compare the two. I've had an original Aspect for maybe 2 years now, and I have no complaints. I think I even got it on sale for either like a seasonal thing or another YouTuber's discount code. One of the biggest reasons why I really like Soltech, why I originally bought my main grow light from them, and why it's so popular is because it's pretty easy to be integrated into your home. You don't have to sacrifice coziness of your home for your plants. It has a warmer light, about 3000 Kelvin I think, as compared to most grow light brands, and has a minimalistic design that doesn't distract from any decor you might have around it. The cord is about 18 feet, lasts 10 years, and I believe it has a 5-year warranty. However, what I'm most excited about and what made me buy the Gen 2 instead of the Gen 1 is that the new one is dimmable. This is perfect for me because where I wanted to put my plant shelf was next to my TV, and I was worried about the grow light being too strong and bothering me if I'm trying to watch TV while it's on. So let me show you the difference in dimmability. It might not show up as well on the camera as it is in person, but it'll at least give you an idea of the functionality. Getting into the specs and comparison between the two, Generation 2 uses less electricity than Generation 1, with the original large Aspect using 40 watts and the new Aspect using 36 watts. As I mentioned before, the lights are both 3000 Kelvin, and now bear with me here. This is the most technical part of the specs, but it's important, I promise. So, the Generation 2 one has a higher ppf than Generation 1, which is great, okay? So, here we go. ppf stands for photosynthetic photon flux. It is measured in micromoles per second, and it is a quantifier for measuring the total amount of light emitted by a light source in relation to the spectrum that specifically plants use for photosynthesis. That was a lot, okay? If you don't already know, we as people require a much lower spectrum of light to live than plants do. We only see, I think, blue and yellow, whereas plants see blue, yellow, and red, I think. I have a video on it. Go look at it. I don't know. Anyways, so back to explaining the terrible technical stuff. So the range for plants is called photosynthetically active radiation, or PAR. So going back to what I said earlier, but with the new technical terms that you know, the ppf is the total amount of PAR being emitted per second. Okay, cool? Great. Side note, I did some research in college on light pollution in national parks, so I was so excited to be able to have that knowledge come back and be relevant for plants. Okay, so now you know all the science stuff, we can compare numbers. Okay, the Gen 1 Aspects emits 42 micromoles per second, while the Gen 2 emits 50 micromoles per second. That is such an awesome jump, and will definitely help your plants grow way better. As far as ideas for improvements go, I wish there was either a lock for the dimmer or it was remotely controlled, whether that be through like an actual remote or like just through an app on your phone. When I was setting up, I think I accidentally kicked it, and obviously that changed the dimming setting, which is easy enough to change back, but if the remote happens to fall, or if you have any pets or something that finds the dimmer interesting, that could get annoying really, really fast, having it just spin back and forth. I also wish that they offered a kind of extension accessory that arched out but had the light facing back towards the wall / plants. I made a little visual here to kind of aid that explanation. I know you could probably purchase like the bulb version from Soltech and put it into a lamp that has the ability to do that, but I really like the sleek look of this specific design, like the aspect itself. I like both the light and its casing, and I just want to be able to build on top of that. I feel like I see a lot of YouTubers displaying these arched out but tied back instead of hanging straight down the way I have them. So they're trying to do what I'm talking about, but they just tie a string around just above where the large part of the light begins. And it just kind of looks wonky, it looks weird, so I'm hoping that they'll come up with something, or someone will come up with something to make that happen. Anyways, so this is the website. This is Soltech. This is, what it cost. It cost $200. Pretty penny. But again, I used a YouTuber's discount code and I got it for like $180. I think Kill This Plant has it. It's not Grow with Fern. I think it's like fern. It's not fern plants. Something like that. Wild plants. Oh, what's her name? I don't know her name. You know what? Just go watch your the YouTuber with the most subscribers that you're following. They will probably have a code for this if they're like above 100K. Okay, it'll be great. Shipping wasn't too bad either, from what I remember. I also live in the U.S. where it's made, so yeah. But overall, I think this new generation is awesome. I'm really, really happy I purchased it. Again, the dimmer it's just a huge change and awesome. So if you're in the market for a new grow light and are willing to splurge, I highly recommend it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon. Video's over now. Bye!